I can't believe nobody's talking about this. Tampa's awesome. Sunshine, killer food, beaches that look like postcards, but here's the thing. Pick the wrong spot to live and suddenly grabbing a coffee, hitting the gym, or getting your kid to soccer feels like a cross-country road trip, and it'll suck the life out of you. In a recent video, I dropped this idea called the 20-minute bubble, and people lost their minds. My inbox blew up with folks saying, Adam, finally somebody's explaining how not to end up hating life here in Tampa. And here's the deal. This isn't just for people moving to Tampa. Even locals who've been here forever end up wasting hours chasing groceries, running to Target, or meeting friends at happy hour way across town. So today's video is giving you two things: a clear understanding of what your 20-minute bubble should look like, and a real-time example using where I'm standing right here as the anchor point. Kick back and enjoy this, because this might change where you should live in Tampa. Stay tuned. Figuring out where to live in Tampa isn't about chasing the hottest zip code or the fanciest house. It's about having the right mindset to figure out what actually fits your life. Because the city's awesome, but only if your daily routine makes sense for you. Just know, my goal isn't to hype up the neighborhoods. I'm here to help you match where you live to what you want your lifestyle to be. Let's start here. What the heck is the 20-minute bubble? It's simple. It's your personal zone where all your daily stuff fits. Your go-to coffee shop, your gym, your Publix runs, dropping the kids off at school, date nights, your doctor's office. And here in Tampa, keeping all of that within about 20 minutes can be the difference between loving life or hating your GPS. Because let's be real, if someone's flight gets in at 5:30 p.m. and they ask you to scoop them up at the Tampa airport, they're crazy. They better grab an Uber. And how about crossing the bridge into Pinellas at the wrong time? Forget it, no thank you. But this isn't just about traffic, it's about living your life without everything feeling like it's a mission. You don't move to Tampa to spend half your night stuck on the road just trying to get to your favorite sushi spot. I've seen it over and over. People score a gorgeous home, but suddenly they're driving 30 minutes just to get groceries or hit the gym, and that's when Tampa stops feeling like paradise. So, your bubble. It's your shortcut to loving the city and making sure your everyday routine actually works here. So let's dig deeper into why this matters so much and what exactly needs to fit inside that bubble. And hey, if you're sitting there thinking, Adam, how the heck am I supposed to figure out what my bubble even looks like? That's exactly why I'm here for you. If you're new here, I'm Adam Morejon with Tampa Florida Living, and my real estate team and I help people find the perfect spot that fits their lifestyle, not just their budget. Whether you're moving here or you've lived here for years and you're just sick of feeling like your whole life's spread out all over the map, we've got you. Please reach out. Our contact info is below, and in the description, we want to be your local Tampa real estate team of choice. So why does this bubble even matter? Because Tampa's not just one vibe. It's a whole mess of mini worlds split up by bridges, bays, and enough traffic patterns to make you lose your mind. And here's something I see all the time. People move here thinking, hey, I want to live close to the beach, and I get it. White sand, sunset, postcard type stuff, but then real life kicks in. They realize everything they need for daily life isn't there. They're stuck sharing the local Walgreens with beach tourists, and their favorite neighborhoods restaurants, it turns out to be seasonal at best. And you know what really happens next? Well, then they realize how much Tampa has to offer, and they start telling me, hey Adam, I'm actually fine being 40 minutes from the beach because I'm busy checking out Armature Works, going to Lightning games, hitting up new breweries, and just living my life to the fullest, meeting friends out because, well, there's options. Tampa's packed with stuff to do, and your bubble is how you make sure all the stuff you care about fits into your daily life without feeling like you're always on a road trip. And the truth is, what goes in your bubble is different for everybody. Some folks, they need to be close to the airport because they travel every week. Others can't live more than 10 minutes from their gym because they're diehards, and some are simpler and just want Publix, a good coffee spot, and peace and quiet. It's not about chasing some dream neighborhood, it's about building a life that actually works for you. And that's why in these next two sections, I want to dig in and show you how different your bubble might look depending on who you are. Let's talk about real people living real Tampa lives, and I'll give you a very real example of just what I mean from right here where I'm standing. I can't tell you how many people come to me asking, hey, you're the expert, what's the best place to live in Tampa? And my answer, it's always the same. Best for who? That answer will be completely different depending on who you are and how you want your days to look. So I've cooked up a handful of different personas and mini bubbles to match, and I want you to play along. Let's see which one of these mostly relates to you. Let's start with the young professional. You're remote working, you love brunch spots, and you want a craft cocktail on a Tuesday, and it'd be nice to grab a quick Uber to get there. You're probably looking at places like South Tampa or Channelside downtown, and maybe somewhere accessible to the Riverwalk like the Heights. Walkable, cool, restaurants, plenty of social life, all just baked in. Then we've got the young family. Schools are huge, parks matter, and you don't want to spend your entire weekend chauffeuring kids to activities that are out of reach, or that'll throw your planned routine into a spiral. You're probably scoping out places like West Chase, Fish Hawk, Carrollwood, great schools, plenty of family stuff, and your bubble can actually keep your life manageable. Now, let's talk about the retiree. You want peace and quiet, maybe golf, but you also want to be close to hospitals because of that, just in case. You're eyeing spots like Carrollwood, established neighborhoods in South Tampa, or even certain parts of Wesley Chapel if you want newer homes, but still want easy access to Tampa's core. And then we've got the frequent flyer or the business traveler. You practically live at the Tampa airport, you want quick Uber rides to the terminal, and you're not interested in crossing a bridge every time you have a flight. You're probably best off in West Shore, South Tampa, West Chase, or really anywhere north following the Veterans Expressway, even into Lutz, making it easy to get in and out of the airport. And let's not forget the remote worker who wants space, or let's call it bang for your buck. Newer homes can be a plus, but you really need a couple offices in addition to bedrooms. You don't mind living on the outskirts, and you're cool driving into the city when you want the action. You might look at Wesley Chapel or something like Waterset in Apollo Beach. Big houses, lower prices than in the city. Just remember, the beach is gonna feel a lot further away, but you're home all the time anyway, am I right? See what I mean? Same city, but totally different bubbles depending on who you are. And folks, this is a quick built persona for you. I realize there are active retirees that don't like golf and young families that don't want cookie cutter neighborhoods and would love living in a place like the Heights. This was just an example, so don't shoot me here. But this is why I tell people, don't pick Tampa neighborhoods from a Google list. Figure out your vibe first, then build your bubble around it. Now, enough hypotheticals. Let's make this real and put it into action. How about we create a quick bubble from where I'm standing right now? I'm in Hyde Park. If you haven't heard of it, it's one of Tampa's most popular, well-known areas right here in South Tampa. The people who choose to live here, they usually want walkability, charm, and a social life all baked into their daily routine. If you were choosing this area, you would want to picture what your routine would look like, something like this. Imagine waking up on a Saturday and going for a walk on Bay Shore as the sun's rising. Then you stroll over to Hyde Park Village and grab a coffee at Buddy Brew, only a block away. You're not fighting for parking spots, you're strolling under oak trees, historic bungalows on all sides, heading into Hyde Park Village where you've got shops, restaurants, and even a farmer's market on some weekends. Being able to walk to places, it's rare in Tampa. So just think, you've got restaurants like Fort Beachy, on Swan, and Meat Market that are all walkable, plus the famous Burn Steakhouse, Oxford Exchange, and Bella's as your nearby neighbors. If you're working downtown or even at a place like Tampa General on Davis Island, you're talking about a 5 to 10 minute drive, sometimes even bikeable. That's huge for people who want to keep commutes under control, but still live in the heart of the city. And FYI, TGH, it's one of the top hospitals in the country, and being just around the corner, it's a big deal for a lot of people. Remember, for that just in case moment we talked about earlier. For families, there's Gorey and Mitchell Elementary, Wilson Middle School, and the famous Plant High School, and they've all been consistently top-rated schools in Tampa with great reputations, and they keep you right in that bubble. Now for grocery runs, you're hitting Publix Greenwise, the Fresh Market, Wild Fork for select meats, all only a few minutes away, or Trader Joe's over on Del Mabry. If you need that Target fix, it's only 13 minutes away, or 3 miles if you're tracking distance. If you're like me, you like your fitness options too. Gyms and studios, they're everywhere, from spin classes to Pilates, even boxing gyms, many within walking distance or just a quick drive. I used to work out at Camp Tampa about 8 minutes south from here, be done about 8:30 a.m. and be back to Capital One Cafe that doubles as a co-working space. I'd connect with my team for a morning meeting. If you're one of those that really likes your run club, Irish 31 is one of the many run clubs in the area, but they end the run with a cold one. If you ever want to catch a Lightning game or a concert, which we do have often, the Amalie Arena is just minutes away. The Riverwalk's practically in your backyard, stretching from downtown past the convention center and all the way up to Armature Works if you're feeling ambitious. And let's say you like to travel and want spontaneous getaways, or maybe you don't work at TGH and need airport access weekly. Well, it's only 15 to 20 minutes away, even with traffic. And here's the thing. Hyde Park's bubble isn't just about convenience, it's about how life feels here. It's running into your neighbors while walking your dog. It's knowing you've got a dozen dinner options on a random Tuesday without crossing a bridge. It's being close enough to the action, but feeling like you're living in your own quiet pocket of the city. Let's be honest, Hyde Park, it comes at a price. Homes here, they're not cheap. Lots are smaller, and if you're dreaming of new construction and big yards, this might not be your spot. But if you want Tampa life where almost everything you need, work, school, groceries, coffee, healthcare, nightlife, it's right inside your 20-minute bubble, Hyde Park is the real deal. And that's exactly the mindset I'm talking about. Wherever you're thinking of living in Tampa, ask yourself, can my life fit comfortably inside this bubble? because that's what turns Tampa from a place you live into a place you love. Look, figuring out where to live in Tampa doesn't have to be some giant mystery or a guessing game. It's all about knowing the life you want and building your bubble around it. And if you're sitting here thinking, man, I'd love some help figuring this out, well, that's what I'm here for. Reach out to us, as we love helping people find not just a house, but the right life in Tampa. And we want to be your Tampa real estate team of choice. Our info is down below and in the description. And hey, if you're still exploring, check out my playlist right here. It's loaded with neighborhood tours, local insights, and the stuff nobody else is telling you about what it's really like living in Tampa. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one.